They're certainly about to face the contact with 4 about to burst out of the smoke. Alpha closes out that door, but he's being revealed, he's being blinded. Still decent damage. Boaster tries to follow up and actually gets out for free. 2 kills and they reset completely.
And this might be an expectation of a much cleaner sight. Even still though, the initial awareness dissipates. Benkai runs out of bullets. And while Durka was still here all along, leaving Forsaken to try and clutch this one. Oh! He's right in front of him, but even that has bought enough time getting into that A site.
How did that not see Durka? Okay, well, they've taken him down anyways. That Prowler went straight past him. The angle must have been just right, but I'm sure he's surprised to still be caught off on that fight on short. Good connection by Forsaken. That's the Vandal gone, and now Enzo, who was supposed to be the bait for the player up close, is having to retreat to the site. That was dodging bullet. It wasn't close, it was on. He's 5 HP now.
Is slowly walking to what seems like his demise. A free kill for Mindfreak, and while it gives Boaster at least an opportunity, hoping he can try and clear this last man out, and there you go. It's at least 1 kill. Some cost in the bonus round, but ultimately, Paper X have kept this squeaky clean.
Yeah, he's managed to make it out towards short as well. I mean, a save is technically possible, but Boaster might almost just want to issue some more damage to these players. Oh, that nade close. Jing clearing every angle on the way through, but he'll still lose his life. Fantastic connection. And they probably do want to stop him from saving this weapon, but at this point, you've already lost 2 they cannot afford.
Well, they know where he is. He's holding his wall. You kind of expect him to be a little bit deeper. Instead, though, you're going to have the showstopper from Jing. It does a lot of damage, but actually Enzo lands the shot, taking 1 at least. And still a couple of players are around this angle. The wall's been used to almost give them an avenue back in on the retake.
And on short, that battle going down, it has Durka fully distracted. That calls for reinforcements, and so Forsaken strikes. Beautiful execution by Paper X. This early round really didn't go their way, but they have recovered so nicely on that, and it's Mindfreak to close the round with a triple.
I like Duck having a gun as well.
Yeah, they might expect it in this round. It could be a next level play out of Durka, but he's not in the right position to find them. They've gone in towards the A site, and well, Durka's now left in mid, op in hand, no shields. And an Odin for Enzo spraying away, finding nothing. Durka won't even get a chance to fire a bullet. This is a depressing round for FNATIC, Tom. They had their ideas with their op and their Odin, but that A-side hold just did not match up.
I don't know if they'll expect him to be this close. Peek around the corner, though, he's straight into a judge. And, of course, it's the classic that gets the kill from Enzo. Playing again. This is the 2nd time now we're seeing him play the Odin on the attack.
Oh, you can't judge him when he just blasts right past you, Jing. Huge space taking, huge damage. Enzo down low. The shield stripped from him. You can see Alpha, 67 HP. They're going right back, but this site is still stacked up. Devi's been waiting patiently. Good spam, good damage. 6 seconds, though. They need a plan right now. They're already planting, and Alpha just let them pass. He baited them in and won the round for the team. Utterly ridiculous as FNATIC take 3. His shoulder as he went back into the corner. He's going to try to make a move sometime soon.
Oh, how Forsaken is. He's just gone walking into the site alone. The danger of this man. And they've even spotted Boaster. This leaves just Alfia at the back of the site. He might have a res. He's even walled himself in. He's like, you know what? If you want to push me, you have to try and get through the tiniest corner in existence. This is such a ridiculous...
Fair to say Dirk is going to have to do the heavy lifting on this one. He's at least found the first. That's Forsaken down. Suppression. Not going to have any post-plant stars or anything like that to worry about. FNATIC getting their way into the site. Benkai around the nade, but he's only able for the 1. This attack seeing a lot of presence towards A. Trap placed outside B for the control. They don't have to take it too fast, but well, Jing, he didn't read that handbook. He's right into the site. A is completely theirs. Great space taking.
Yeah, this is the pace that works best for Jing. You see him in the rounds where things are slow, maybe not playing his best game. You see the runs where they say, let's just go into the site. That's where Jing is dangerous. Now we're going to see the Cosmic Divide actually thrown in, locking him in under. Trying to give him that extra little bit of space. Boaster fighting within the smoke, and actually Jing has gone down. Mystic being able to catch him out, smoking off the cross. They can actually start getting on the diffuser. They need to watch out, though. Mindfreak is lurking in the back lines. You've seen the res already come through, and while Benkai is the only man standing, he's done a lot of damage onto the players, trying to get that diffusal, even manages to get the connection onto Boaster. They're trying to pressure him, and eventually they will. It will be a 6-6 scoreline, and honestly, Mitch,
the boom bot, it gave the distraction that was needed, the timing for Forsaken, and now he's back over to short, ready to hold down, but the team resets. They move through mid. You know, we TP'd out of here a moment ago. That flash is good. Devi doesn't realize they've gone past him. They're in the spawn behind, and Devi has no idea. Durka able to take one before going down. That mistake corrected, and then doubled down on beautiful, leaving Boaster alone. Well, he is just being surrounded, pushed on every side, but it looks like he's going to hold strong a little bit long.
Players in mid, are they going to blast back straight down into tiles?
Oh, yes, they are. And a flash up top as well. Thing is, this is kind of being given away. They're not ready, though. FNATIC not reading into the blast pack play. They've been caught off. And now that push comes through from main. These forces,
so nasty.
they group up. They're combined. I don't think he's getting out. Oh, he is getting out of this one. Mind Freak's gone as well to be sights under threat. It's Jing that has to save the day, and he's gone too. This is winnable.
Oh, it should be winnable from here now. Forsaken left with his headhunter in hand. It hasn't really covered off anything. In fact, it's left a gap that he's just going to walk straight through. I don't think they've spotted it yet. A chance for Forsaken down into the 1 versus 1. But he's read this wrong. He expects Boaster to be wrapping back around. Instead, Boaster still sits within the boathouse. A chance for Forsaken. He picks up a rifle along the way as well. A bullet or two needed, but he's given away his position. Almost trying to bait him in, and eventually Boaster will close it. Way too close for comfort for FNATIC. And actually, Boaster's gone down, trying to sneak his way through again. And now it's just free. It's so free. That's a spike on the deck. Dirk has been able to take one back, but he has to go on a retrieval mission.
Yeah, you're peeking right into this op. There's not a lot that can get them across on this. It looks like they might just want to dry peek into this. A little bit of utility to clear close corner, but
they didn't get the spike.
They haven't got it. No, they're not even close. They're still worried about him. Finally, though, a star comes back online. It looks like we might have an attempt out of the defensive side to crunch in on that spike. Getting past the utility for a moment. So
both sides are open.
They used the smoke to walk past the trap on A, but then have gone back completely. And FNATIC, you know, meanwhile, they're letting them do all these little mind games and so on, and they'll just take B.
It's happened a couple of times. Bankai, though, winning that duel versus Enzo is actually a huge deal. Now Durka going to try and reclaim this angle. He's definitely going to peek into this. You can already see the ult was almost utilized by Bankai, worried about this position. And Nightmare is not even going to connect onto him. So Durka is still going to have all his sound. Waiting, nice shot from Alpha here as well. But the shot missed from Durka. Turning it back into that 2v2 scenario. Looking to try and swing into this operator, a second miss. And now Alpha is the last man standing. All he has is his pistol, trying to turn this around. The first goes his way, but Mind Freak will drop him. Once again, we go 9-9, but I guess considering they counter Star's place to hold them back that little bit longer, although I say hold them back, Boaster's just gone TPing into the site. Alpha as well, up on the wall. This could be a nasty surprise for Bankai. He's being pressured from all angles, and eventually Alpha will take him down. Sight in. Jingo's just gone through, but he hasn't managed to connect again. The showstopper seems meaningless. He just uses it to blast himself into the air. Trying to fight back, and he somehow gets another one. Eventually, he's put in the dirt, but he's done enough. His teammates even it again.
I don't know how Jing's managed to keep them alive in this one, but still that heartbeat is starting to become faint, and FNATIC fade away completely. Paper Rex take a 10th here. Blink and you miss it on that one, Tom. There's the haunt, there's the stun, there's all these things coming their way, and now a tour de force to deal with, but they have managed to take down Bankai on the other side.
Because if it is, that's genius. It's like, okay, well, he's trying to take side control. I have to run back and fight him. Jing, though, just re-aggresses. Durka's alive for about 5 seconds. No ultimates available either for FNATIC, so getting in here is not going to be easy, unless, of course, Mystic just pops.
He just jumped into it! He jumped into the knife while he had the oh, no! The showstopper was out, and then he just completely ruined it. FNATIC walkout. Find it easily. Jing dealt with in heaven, and that is a disaster for the old unit. How has he gotten 2?
I don't know, but it seems like they've gone tunnel vision into their position. Somehow Mind Freak has brought this back into a winnable position, knowing roughly where a couple of these players are. Enzo just sat around the generator. One player almost directly below him, making this drop should be instant death, but he's actually got a little bit further. He isolates the first, and there's no trade for Enzo. This 1v4 is on, and it leaves it down just to one man standing, pinged up by the Haunt, looking for the final player, and somehow Mindfreak brings this back. It looked like a done deal after a slip-up from Paper X, but somehow this man wins it again.
Up against a fierce Paper X that are going in again! Jing, he got flashed up this time and walled off, sectioned into their spawn, but they're not done.
Okay, I swear that's the second time this game Alphia has not realized someone's there and still killed them anyway.
Three players on light shields, a frenzy on Bankai for final round a half. Like, it's not ideal, but Jing's gone. He's sending it again. The reveal's huge. Jing's got two. That play has been teased again and again. And finally, Paper X get the success out of it. Set up on site with his teammate, and they've already got the advantage, but this relies on Forsaken getting something done, and this is Rio! He's actually not gotten a kill. Durka made it out. A little bit of information to play with perhaps, but 30 seconds, Tom. Where they're relying on Boaster, again making it through mid. He's thread the needle. He did this many times in the past. He's had the success before. He won them that round on B, but Bankai, frenzy in hand! No way it's the frenzy to do it! The spike remains in FNATIC's hands, but they've only got 10 seconds to get it planted. They're closing in on the site. That smoke actually allows Divide to stay alive. They've got it planted. They'll get it done just about. A 2 versus 2 emerges.
Oh, chance, Boaster. He's going to get dinked up. Both players tagged. And now it's left on to Enzo. A quieter game from him thus far. Needs to try and isolate one of these jewels. And he goes looking. Forsaken facing the other way. He's heard that window broken. And now looks to try and wrap around behind them, knowing that both players are coming through this door, waiting for that initial fight, and he finds it. Mindfreak once again left into the clutch. Even going to tap onto that spike. In fact, he's looking to try and stick it at least halfway. The Haunt has given him away, and it's a rematch from before. And once again, Mindfreak is going to win it. Paper X, they have taken map 1.
Got to be under pressure, though. These players leaving open the option to go through the teleport.
With the spike going back in the other direction, I feel like Divine might be about to spot it. In fact, he's just dropped it on the floor. The aggression then comes out of Jing, taking down a weakened Durka. This is already looking troublesome for the side of FNATIC, trying to find a way back into this round. What has happened with this crosshair?
Something else from Divine.
He must just play like a weird res. I don't believe it's actually that size. Okay, Boaster. I feel like this happens in a lot of pistol rounds where everybody's dead and then Boaster's like, don't worry guys, I'll get 2 kills and then lose.
You heard the extra TP as well. 10 seconds left. Just about timing that to get out. I think he'll get a plant quite open. Well, not at all. In fact, he didn't have the time by the time he made it to the corner. Forsaken, catching them off guard that they'd retaken back and been so close, but all right, Jing, flashed up, picks up another weapon, and takes the kill. Of course he does. Now he's blast packing out on mid. Who's surprised? Nade down in bathroom and still hunting them. His teammates fighting his behind on mid, trying to get them a little bit of space. Meanwhile, he's carved out bathroom control, but Boaster fielding that duel, it might be enough. Devi's left alone and having to get the defuse against 2 very different angles and a bit of utility to annoy him. This round's done for Devi. Question is, can he even get out at this point without taking the teleporter? He's going to have to run fast. Hinkin attempted to style up on him, but the shots don't land. Bankai's forced out of bath and taken down. They have just dropped the spike in the open, but holding it seems to be a tall task.
Right with the stinger. I don't know how Jing seems to get away with so much, and now because of that, Nightfall is going to be invested. A quick reposition though from FNATIC. They're going to try and get out the back. And more importantly, Enzo, he's still holding on here. But how's he doing this much with the stinger? It's 3rd kill of the round.
Right behind them, and oh, Jing, that was ambitious. He has been traded, and Mindfreak doubles up. 1 HP on Devi, 61 for Mindfreak, and Paper X, the decoy out, and it actually tanks a couple of shots for him. Ultimate used as well. Extra info, 1 player spotted, but mid is he hasn't seen anyone. He hasn't seen any. Oh, okay, there's one at least spotted. He's going to complete the TP. Catching Enzo and spike! Boaster through the ultimate, through a smoke. And this round is falling to pieces. FNATIC not able to do anything with Mystic as the 1v4 contested. Spike in front of him. Hey, something. But not too much hope in this one.
Tries to take the fight rather than facing off against the Haunt, and well,
makes it tough for Paper X. You got to keep control over this mid area. A bit of a fake going up and inside of Hookah. Gets a lot of the utility put out there. And keep PaperX stacked up on this side of the map with 3 players. A's under threat. Mindfreak up close. He's gonna. Oh my God! He took his smoke out. Alpha with a free kill. Viper's Pit online. It hasn't gone down just yet, but it feels just moments away. They need to get this plant through, and it doesn't look like they want to use it.
No, but maybe they should have done. They've been hit by Nightfall. They've been dropped by Jing. TP for Alpha here, and Forsaken's just waiting. They are falling for every single trap that's put into place by the side of PaperX. No spot on this map is safe, and Enzo's trying to lurk behind. Durka's actually going to stick this plant. It leaves him completely alone. In fact, he doesn't even get it down. The last man standing, trying to rotate through, and guess what? Forsaken is there again. From the remaining players through mid, the problem is without that bathroom's control, it becomes a much tougher task to get a plant down. Durka will at least try and hold on. Watch out! He just TP'd right behind! Enzo has fallen for the trickery once again, and no one is watching for Forsaken. It's left all onto Durka, and well, he'll take one down, but that is all she wrote. 7-5. PaperX are half away. I would agree, but right now I think I'd have to look to Alpha here because every single member of this squad is just running straight at him. The TP setup, they're waiting for it, and they've been slaughtered within the first few seconds.
Oh wow, APAC has come to play here. This pistol could be a nail in the coffin for FNATIC. Remember, in that first half, we saw them find these 5 rounds. I believe they won the pistol though, right? They won that 2-0 lead, and then it gets snatched out of their hands. PaperX in a very strong spot if they close this out. Durka and Boaster. Oh, good read by Boaster, but the shot doesn't land to start with. Mindfreak extending the advantage into a near impossible to lose situation. Anything is possible when this man starts moving with those packs. He's already towards the back of the site. He's on top, in fact. I don't know that they're aware of this. I mean, that smoke up top, it's certainly going to get your spidey senses tingling, but they don't know exactly where he is. The drop down's perfect. An assassination from Jing. And he'll only find the one, though. Durka at least keeping them alive, and that one keeping the favor theirs. But they have now lost the team, lost the spike.
Get yourself into a position where you're not going to lose too many weapons here. And more importantly, you're going to make sure you close this round. The start shot already, and actually the peek out from Benkai. Maybe he should have kept that rifle all along. They've turned it into a close scenario. I think Alpha has spotted Devi, but now it leaves the IGL a chance to clutch this out. I don't think he has any idea where his opponent is coming from. Still gets the shot onto Mystic, and well, he's going straight for him, and he's going to get taken out, but it's a fine trade. Lunatic. I have to say it once again, absolute lunatic, but he has so much success playing at the highest level, almost like it's a pug. And while now, they are stuck at the back of this site. You've also seen the TP in. Forsaken, he's trying to hit the headshot. Eventually, he'll get it done. They still can't clear him from this corner. And he's taking this site for himself.
PaperX not giving anything away.
Maybe a little bit optimistic there for Boaster. You've also got the shorty on spot, but no fear from Forsaken in towards this A site. Maybe fake things out a little bit. And in fact, well, it's looking like he might try and wrap things around from behind. Already using his dimensional drift, just looking to try and run back through. You can see they're chasing him. They're trying to run after him to stop this man getting away with issues as the rest of his team take hookah control. But look where he is right now, surrounded and shut out. FNATIC adapt well. In fact, they don't place it at all. Straight into the site, but caught up. Lowered on HP, and FNATIC are holding strong. A couple of players remain. Benkai has been able to find one back. At least making this a little bit more competitive, but solid positioning from Alpha, teaming up.
And it's going to have to find a lot of value. It's covering long. It's catching one player. In she goes, Jing catching the frag, but has enough space being bought. These players are still stuck in their corners, still hiding away, and PaperX need to root them out. The spike is being planted, and FNATIC can't do anything about it. They're a little bit too far back. The molly completely locked them out. And a post-plan setup now, one away from orbital strike on Mindfreak.
Kill here from him. Put this one to bed. A quick push though. Devi is dropped. A showstopper available, but a target yet to be found. Maybe trying to force them back, but no, Forsaken lands the instant headshot. And now Enzo is needed once again. Not knowing where that second player is going to be, just trying to sticking it all the way to half. He's managed to get it that far at least, but still needs to win these duels, and the time is ticking down. They're playing it perfectly. Forsaken will get them to 12. PaperX one away from that upper bracket final. To get anything off of the C's, the peak coming through, and he's going to land the shot out of there. And now the pressure comes onto Forsaken. He's found the flash land, almost manages to dance his way out of there, but the advantage is kept. Benkai, though, trying to be a little bit sneaky. He is actually going to get caught out. So they'll have the information of where he's going to be. Might even just try and swing on him here. They're trying to bait out the gravity well. This time, bought by Boaster allows for that rotation back through.
10 seconds left.
Blast Pack might be attempted to try and push them off, but it's not connected. The Seas, however, has and leaves Mind Freak a little bit stuck in the mud. The reveal not quite going to give him away, but hasn't connected the shots anyway as they look to go past.
Orbital Strike online, but Mind Freak can't necessarily get out of here. That's the trouble. The post plant not going to be as strong as it could be, but FNATIC don't know that. Already tapping Orbital Strike, coming through. Great stun. Durka in trouble. He's lit down to just 1 HP. Mind Freak grabs a frag, and I don't know if he expects him to be close, but it doesn't matter. The shots land, and Divide delivers. Paper Rex are going to the upper final.
It seems like this team just has a date with destiny as they look to take the easy way through. These guys might be just having some fun, is the way they put it, Mitch, but realistically, they are now just one game away from making it into the grand final, a world-class team coming out of SEA.